I'm talking about excluded manner for the class of flame matured and for limited graphic matured, and is the joint work with Jim Galen. First, I want to give some definition. In fact, Jeff have gave the definition too, and just I will go through the definition fast, just to, in case of someone maybe forget this. We call M is a flame matured if we can find a matured M prime such that M prime has a basis way such that for each E in M, the E can be spanned by at most 2 elements in V, and so we can call M is a flame matured. The definition and call a matured is a limited graphic if there exists a extension of M, such that when you construct the new elements, you get a graphic matured. Then we call M is a limited graphic matured. The class of flame matured and the class of limited graphic matured are man-closed. So we can ask how many excluded manners for these 2 classes of matured. And we prove there exists infinite many excluded manner for the class of flame matured. And we also prove there also infinitely many excluded manner for the class of limited graphic matured. Because I need to present the excluded manner, so I need to give another definition, or give the definition from another way, from the bias graph. Also, Jeff have done this for me, so make my work easy and just go through the definition fast. First, I give a definition of a bias graph. Bias graph is just a pair of G and B. G is a graph, and B is a set of cycles of G satisfies the set property. Set property means if I give you any set graph, the set graph cannot contain exactly 2 cycles in B. So this is the set property. And we call the cycles in B are balanced, and the cycles not in B are unbalanced. The examples, if B is an implicit, so it's obviously satisfies set property. Also, is the bias graph called bisecular graph. Okay. The other example is the graphic matured. If the B contains all cycles in G, so it also satisfies set property. And the third example comes from group labels graph. If I give you a directed graph with edges labeled from a group, how can we determine whether a cycle is in B or not in B? If for any cycle in G, I give an orientation of the cycle, and to see the group product of the edges. If the product of labels on the edges, on the clockwise oriented edges is equal to the group product of labels on counterclockwise oriented edges, then we put the cycle in B. This is I give a picture of this. This is an example. So the 3 mentioned about the correspondence to bias graph. One of this is we denote it by FMGB. And the matured, the glances of the matured is the edges of the graph. And is the circuit could consist of the 4 kinds of picture. Is all balance cycle are the circuits of matured, and the second one is the edges of the counterbalanced set subgraph. That means no cycle is balanced. And the third one is the union of 2 unbalanced cycles with exactly one common vertices. And the last one is the union of 2 disjoint unbalanced cycles with a path connects the 2 unbalanced cycles. So this is the circuits, the 4 kinds of circuits of the matured. And the M is a flat matured if and only if there exists some bias graph such as M is equal to FMGB. The other kind of matured is denoted by LMGB. There also is glances, but also is the edges of the graph. And is the circuit consists of the 4 kind of structure. There just one is different from the other kind of matured is the last. The first 3 ones are the same, and the last is the union of 2 disjoint unbalanced cycles. The union of the so M is limited graphic if there exists some bias graph such as M is equal to LMGB. So I will give give a proof sketch of the theorem. So first, I'll give you a graph. Our name is GK. Is a directed labels graph, and the labels are coming from R star. R star is the non-zero real number, and except E1 and E2, all label edges are labeled by 1. So, and the K is odd. And so GK deletes E1 and E2 is a balanced graph. There are no unbalanced cycle here. So all unbalanced cycle in GK must be used E1 or E2. And the E1 and E2 in fact is a series class of the flat matured. And if unless B denotes the blue edges in the graph. So the union of the union of P and E1 and E2 is a union of 2 disjoint unbalanced cycles. And so the union of P and E1 E2 is a free basis of the flat matured. I mean, the free basis means if you added any elements to the basis, you get a circuit of the matured. So unless Q, if unless Q denotes the blue edges, so the Q and the union of Q and E1 E2 is an unbalanced cycle, and is also a free basis of the flat matured. So we get 2 free bases of the matured, and if we tighten the free bases of the 2 free, if we tighten the 2 free bases of the matured, we get another matured. We denote this by MKF. The tighten means we just change the 2 free bases to make the 2 free bases become a circuit. So this is just opposite operation of relaxation. So we maybe ask the matured is, of course, it's quasi graphic matured. So maybe we ask whether it's flat matured. In fact, they're not. So in this graph, the union of P and E1, E2 is the only circles of the matured. Make GK is not a family representation of the matured. So so we have for any element of the E in P, if we delete the element, we get a flame matured because sorry. And for elements in EK, we get a flame matured. So the GK plum is another flame representation of the matured. So so in this P, okay, so the union of P and E1, E2 is a cycle. And Q, the union of Q and E1, E2 be any of two different cycles. So for elements E in Q, in this graph, we can, when we delete E in Q, we get a flame matured. We contract the elements in E in P, we get another flame matured. So we have for elements E in P and Q, when we delete or contract, we get flame matured. And in fact, we can prove the matured contract E1, E2 is not flame matured. So we can prove the many, if finish the many excluded manner for the class of matured, for the class of flame matured. And for the another cases, we just give the same graph, just we label the edges from Z and have the same structure, and we can use the same strategy. We can find the infinite many excluded manners. So because there's no much time, so I will be still stop here. Thanks.